Abandoned Hospital of the Undead. It was a chilly autumn evening when Jack, Emily, Lisa, and Tom decided to explore the old St. Mary's Hospital, a long-abandoned building that had become the subject of local legends. The hospital had been closed for decades after a series of mysterious deaths, but its decaying structure and eerie aura had always fascinated thrill-seekers. Armed with flashlights and a camera, the friends entered the crumbling edifice, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. The air inside was thick with dust and the faint, lingering scent of antiseptic. As they moved deeper into the hospital, their flashlights flickered over rusted gurneys, shattered glass, and peeling wallpaper. The halls were silent, save for the echo of their footsteps and the occasional creak of the decaying building. "This place gives me the creeps," Lisa whispered, her voice trembling slightly. "That's the point," Jack grinned, his excitement undiminished. "Imagine the footage we can get here." They wandered through the labyrinthine corridors, passing by old operating rooms and wards, each one more unsettling than the last. Emily, the most sensitive of the group, felt a growing sense of unease. She could almost hear whispers, the faint sound of cries for help, that seemed to echo through the walls. Eventually, they reached the basement, where they found a locked door marked "Morgue." The lock was old and rusty, and Tom, with a sense of bravado, managed to break it open. The door creaked as it swung inward, revealing a room that seemed frozen in time. The morgue was surprisingly well preserved, with rows of metal drawers lining the walls and an autopsy table in the center. As they explored, Emily noticed a large, leather-bound book on a dusty shelf. Curious, she opened it and began to read aloud. The words were in Latin, and as Emily read, the temperature in the room seemed to drop. Her voice grew shaky as the words on the page started to change, transforming into a language she couldn't understand. Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out, plunging them into darkness. "What the hell was that?" Tom yelled, fumbling for his flashlight. Before anyone could respond, they heard the sound of shuffling feet and low moans. The friends' flashlights flickered back to life, illuminating the figures emerging from the shadows, decaying, and dead patients and staff, their eyes glowing with a malevolent light. "Run!" Jack shouted, and they bolted for the door, but the undead were fast, their movements jerky and unnatural. The friends split up, hoping to find an exit, but the hospital seemed to twist and turn, trapping them in its nightmarish embrace. Lisa and Tom found themselves in an old operating theater, the undead closing in. They barricaded the door with an overturned gurney, but the creatures were relentless, pounding on the door with supernatural strength. Jack and Emily, meanwhile, stumbled into an old staff room. Desperate, Jack grabbed a fire extinguisher and used it to smash a window. They climbed through, cutting themselves on the broken glass, and ran into the darkened courtyard. The undead swarmed the courtyard, drawn by the noise. Jack and Emily fought their way through, using anything they could find as weapons. As they reached the edge of the property, Emily tripped and fell, her ankle twisted painfully. Jack turned back, helping her up. "Come on, we can't stop now." With a final burst of adrenaline, they made it to the fence and climbed over. As they hit the ground on the other side, the hospital loomed behind them, its windows glowing with an eerie light. The undead stood at the fence, unable to cross, their eyes filled with rage and hunger. Breathing heavily, Jack and Emily limped away, vowing never to return. They had escaped with their lives, but the horrors of St. Mary's Hospital would haunt their nightmares forever. As they disappeared into the night, the hospital stood silent once more, its dark secret waiting for the next group of curious souls to uncover its deadly curse.
Greetings, esteemed adventurers and cosmic wonders. Today, as we stand at the crossroads of fantasy and science fiction, we invite you to partake in a noble quest. But before we embark on this enchanting journey, let us harness the power that lies at your fingertips. Like, subscribe, comment, and share buttons. These seemingly ordinary buttons hold the key to extraordinary feats. Behold the like button, a mere tap, yet a formidable spell of approval upon our content. Your likes are the elixirs that fortify our spirit and propel our channel to greater heights. Next, the subscribe button, a mystical key that unlocks the gates to our fantastical world. By subscribing, you become a revered member of our fellowship, ensuring you never miss a moment of our magical saga. Now enter the comment section, your personal parchment to inscribe your thoughts, feelings, and magical incantations. Your comments are the echoes of wisdom resonating through the enchanted forest of our community. And behold the share button, a celestial artifact that scatters the magic far and wide. Share the joy with fellow adventurers and cosmic wayfarers, so they too may join our noble quest. Ready yourselves, noble viewers, for the quest awaits. Wield your magical powers, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Together, let us forge this channel into a sanctuary of fantasy and a haven for science fiction aficionados. Gratitude, dear patrons, for being integral to our mystical sojourn. Until our paths converge once more, may your days be adorned with enchantment, and your nights be filled with stardust. This is Ryan Baker, bidding you farewell from fantasy, science fiction, storynory. Remember to spread the magic.